Going beyond your fears is 55 points. And giving unconditional love is 45. And not responding to anger is 30 points. I had all this stuff to help me move in consciousness, to help me take the steps I needed to take to become more spiritually attuned, more alive, more capable. I'm not telling you something to do that I haven't honed and worked on and hit my head against the wall and tried to figure out what and how to do it. I'm telling you, this helped me right off the karmic law. It helped me. It is going beyond. And when you go beyond, you have the power to really support and help others. Because once you've gone on beyond, then you have the whole world is yours. It's just not your little karmic group, but the whole world is part of who you are, and you are able to serve in a greater way. You are able to help do the healing. You have the energy to go and help others and to see what they need, because you can see their karmic pieces that are keeping them stuck and help them through it. You see, I can look around, and I did this counseling for years, where I would sit with somebody and talk to them about how to move their consciousness and what was keeping them stuck and how to unstick themselves. You see, these powers, they're not powers, they're just part of who you are in the fourth dimension. That's part of what happens in the fourth dimensional consciousness. That is moving up to the next dimension of your expression. But you got to start with forgiveness. You have to start with allowing yourself to be vulnerable and be in a place where you have to go beyond your fears. Because I will tell you, there were so many times I was scared to death that I was going to lose everything, only to find out that by letting go, I gained everything. I gained myself. I gained to love who I am. I began to understand that within me was a beautiful soul wanting to express, wanting to love, wanting to care, and wanting to help others to move in their consciousness, to know real love, to experience that love, and to be part of something greater than myself. That's what you want too. I know that. I know that from the tip of my toes to the top of my head. The game of life is wonderful. And staying out of the ego is 75 points. But I really say staying out of the ego should be about 680. You ought to give yourself because it's the hardest thing to do. It's the hardest thing to do, staying out of your ego. Because the ego wants to run your life. But when I found out how my ego wanted to run my life, and it had a measuring stick for everyone. It measured you, it sized you up, it decided how it could manipulate you, it could work you to get what it wanted. I couldn't stand myself when I found that out about me. I honest to God hated it because I was raw in front of myself. I could not escape what I was seeing. I could not escape that part of me that was not working in the best interest of my higher self. I could not accept that, and I wanted to get rid of it. And I'd do anything to get rid of that part of me that was holding me back from expressing greater love and humility and understanding for my brothers and sisters who are part of me. When I found out how much a part of me you are, how can I not love you? How can I separate myself from your woes and your problems? What is there for me to do to maybe enlighten you or empowering you to find yourself? This is what I'm doing. I'm empowering you to find yourself. And I know you're there. I know there's this wonderful part of you just bursting to come out. And when it does, you get scared. Because it's like a wild horse. It wants to take you faster than you think you can go. Well, grab hold of that, because it's going to take you exactly where you want to go. You are magnificent. You are magnificent beings. You've been given all kinds of skills, all kinds of great abilities. But the greatest ability that you have is your intuition. Your intuition is that which sees beyond and knows. And when you develop that intuitive nature of yours, and many of you in this room already have started and have very good intuitive skills. But as you trust it, it will push you forward. It will tell you things you don't want to know about yourself. Because that's what happened. And that was the best part. So it's the ego. The ego gets killed. And the ego, the more you work on your spiritual path, the more the ego wants to squirm and be empowered. So I found out that every time I tried to work in my interest and let go of my ego self, my ego came up stronger in another way. And so I was always having to deal with, it didn't want to lose its place. The soul was trying to come forth, and the ego was saying, oh no, I like my limited little box I'm in. It's only this big, but I think it's really great. And my soul was saying, no, we're opening it up wider. You have more to offer than this little part of yourself. That's the truth of each one of you. We're 1/10 conscious, and some of you are 2/10 conscious. But what you want to be is fully conscious, fully aware, not missing anything, but becoming fully aware of who you are and what you have to offer humanity. Because this planet is crying for you to wake up. Because if everyone in this room became fully conscious of who they are, we would change the world. Because that vibration and energy is so powerful. That's what I say. Someday I want 500 people to be at a meditation on a Tuesday night. Because you can move each other and move all of Detroit, Michigan into a new state of being by sitting in the light, sitting in that energy, and moving with that vibration. You can change. So bring your friends. Say, come and sit, even if they don't want to meditate. Just sit. We don't care, just sit. If you're here, you're going to help. If you're spending some time to know who you are at some level, you are going to help yourself and all others.